AITAH for refusing to let my mom's boyfriend walk me down the aisle? NTA, this is your wedding and, hopefully, your only one. It should be perfect according to your and your partner's needs and desires. Not an area for point of contentions. Your mother is being manipulative and insulting. Greater than trying to erase my dad, you've already mentioned you're doing this to honor your father's memory. She's using your closeness to your father to control you. Greater than saying her boyfriend has earned the spot by being there for me all these years. You don't get to earn a spot in a wedding. You simply get one given to you from the marrying couple. Nor should they feel disrespected for you wishing to honor your father and independence. Greater than my mom keeps calling me selfish and saying I'm ruining the wedding before it even starts. She's now resorting to being insulting. Greater than my mom, 48F, has been pushing for her boyfriend, 50M, to walk me down the aisle. Your wedding, your rules. Greater than I told my mom that I plan to walk myself down the aisle as a way to honor my independence and my dad's memory. Your wedding, your rules. Greater than she got really upset, saying her boyfriend has earned the spot by being there for me all these years. Attempting to manipulate you to try and appease her boyfriend and or to save face in front of family. Greater than she even accused me of disrespecting her relationship and trying to erase my dad. Which couldn't be further from the truth. Gross. I have to wonder if she is getting pressure from her boyfriend though. Doesn't excuse her behavior, but it might explain why she's so dead set on it. Greater than a few family members are also weighing in, saying I should let him do it to keep the peace. Your wedding, your rules. You do have the final say. You are NTA. Everyone trying to pressure you into what they want for themselves. For asterisk your wedding, most definitely are the TA. NTA. If anyone is trying to erase your dad, it's her. You said you're 24. And this guy came into the picture about 6 years ago, which would have made you 18 at the time. You were an adult. He is literally nothing to you unless you say otherwise. He didn't raise you. He's just your mother's boyfriend. Not even her husband. Frankly, he should be happy to get an invite as anything other than your mother's plus one. NTA, OP, have you seen where people have had locket-sized pictures of their loved ones tied to their bouquet? That would be a nice way to include your dad. NTA, your wedding, your rules. Mom's BF came into your life when you were 18 years old. And while mom's guy may have done some stand-up things for you, he didn't raise you. You have a father. He passed away. He didn't neglect or abuse you. Honoring him in your own way on your days should be respected. Nothing selfish about this on your part. Mom and Mom BF need to realize your wedding isn't about them. NTA, AITAH, won't pay for all my mom's guests at my wedding. NTA, the vendor payments are now due and she is refusing to cover her costs. She is playing the victim and has said the following things. 1. She can't afford to pay as agreed asterisk not your problem asterisk 2. She will ask each of her 30 extra guests to cover their own costs asterisk not their problem asterisk 3. She does not think she will enjoy the wedding, so I should remove her and her guests from the guest list asterisk sounds like a plan to me asterisk 4. She is seeking a loan from the bank to pay for those costs asterisk up to her but needs to do this now. 5. I have killed all her excitement and spirit asterisk no, she killed her excitement and spirit trying to pull a fast one on you asterisk give her a firm deadline. No $$ from her. Her extra guests have to be uninvited. NTA. You told her clearly what the limits were. She knowingly exceeded them. You're on a budget. They either need to cover their costs. She does. Or they're just not invited. That's simple. Honestly, letting your parents invite even 20 people is absurd to me. Who are these people? Do you know them? If you did, why are your parents inviting them and not you? It's your wedding, not your parents. Maybe you're just in a country where these big weddings are more important. India, maybe? But around here you'd invite your parents and give them a +1 as a couple. You would invite the guests. And each set of guests could bring one other person. At most. Without running it by you and getting your approval first that mom is playing the "oh, well I guess none of us will come then" card. I'm leaning on it not being someplace like India and she's just trying to show off to all of her friends using your wedding. Which is not cool. Give her 48 hours to pay or you cancel all 50 of her guests from the wedding. You can't afford this and you're not going to play this game. It's that simple. Don't cancel her seat. But if she decides to stay home, that's her problem. Let her know that people will want to know why she isn't there and you'll be happy to share all the reasons. It won't make her look good. NTABTW. Contact the vendors immediately and let them know there's an issue with 50 places. You'll note I said 50, not 30. Your mom gets no guests as a consequence of pulling this crap. NTA. It used to be that parents got to invite all their friends and contacts to the wedding because they paid for the whole thing. So you had to shut up. But a bride and groom financing their parents' 100 guests? What? Plus I am sorry. But your mom is a drama queen. Deleted. AITAH for walking my dog in front of a hunter in their tree stand on my parents' land? NTA. But I would have a talk with your parents about the situation. I would never walk my dog in front of people with fucking guns. And off leash. Jesus. Hunter here. Sounds like these hunters are using the land, not leasing it for sole use. Talk to your parents to confirm the understanding. Then hard NTA. If there is no understanding, lease, then it's mixed use and these hunters need to respect that. I hunt crown land and private. Private it is known that horseback riders might be passing through. Although usually not at the times I'm there. And crown land we have agreements with neighboring parties so no accidents occur. Although we have had cases of dogs chasing deer from greater than 10 kilometers away, separating deer from their families and exhausting them, which makes me grumpy. But you're doing nothing wrong if hunters haven't been given sole use. And they need to be more grateful for having access to private land. NTA. I'd just go to my parents and tell them, hey, your friend X gets pissy when I go walk our dog on the usual loop even though it's our land and they're using it. Would you mind telling them to knock it off and that it's just a part of hunting on our land? And for future people, just tell them that's a stipulation. Dependent on how supportive your parents are OFC. But since they're their friends and it's their land, I feel like you need them to mediate, since you just walking up to them would probably just result in a screaming match. Get your parents behind you and establish that boundary. In the end, they're using foreign land to hunt. What a weird problem. If I were the hunter, I would be confused about why I've been invited to hunt on this land where someone is walking their dog, thereby scaring off the game. It's like a fake invitation. If I were you, I'd be scared of a Dick Cheney situation or just a pissed off hunter shooting my dog. Do you know these people? Do they know you're the son of their hosts? Did anyone tell them you'd be walking your dog there? If they don't know, you also have a right to be there. I can see them getting pretty mad. You and your parents need to figure out a time that you walk the dog and give the hunters a separate time for them to hunt. Because right now none of this makes sense. AITAH, for admitting to my husband that I'm uncomfortable with certain children in our home. NTA. And not negative enough. You're acting like, and he's treating you as, a doormat. The rules for somebody staying over should be 2 yes or 1 no. This is your home, not a hotel. You're entitled to a peaceful home and a husband that cares more about you than other family and friends. You still wouldn't be AITAH if you decided that any children coming over was too many. Let him visit Sil in * her home. No. NTA. They're breaking things and getting into your nightstand. I assume that's not something that should be able to happen without a parent on their ass apologizing profusely. If your husband refuses to listen, start locking away things you don't want broken. Lock rooms the kids have no reason to be in. And be clear that your husband will need to clean up after his family, as well as replacing the things they break. You can love children and still expect their parents to actually keep parent. NTA, and I wouldn't want poorly parented children in my home either. I have one friend who we never invite over anymore because one of the kids is so poorly behaved and they check out whenever someone is hosting them, meaning we would have to constantly corral their kids while they sit around doing nothing. Your husband is being an AH for dismissing your concerns and not caring that reasonable boundaries are being broken. I can only wonder how he would feel if the roles were reversed and the bad children belonged to friends or relatives of yours and it was his stuff getting broken. NTA. Kids will be kids, but if those parents aren't helping correct their children while visiting, I wouldn't want them in my own family or not. NTA. If their parents want parent, become a dick and a dictator and get angry. If they don't like it, they can leave.